Hello everyone and welcome to our very first Rise Virtual event, Rise Virtual Moving and Handling. I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview of the event and how you can make your way around the platform and see all of the content that we have on offer for you. So before we begin, I'll just explain that you're going to receive an event web link and an interactive show guide ahead of the event. So you will use this link to enter the event. And the very first time that you enter the event, you will be prompted to provide your contact information. So that contact information is going to firstly allow us to interact with you if you have any technical issues throughout the event, but also it will allow us to track the different content that you've interacted with and be able to award you with your CPD certification after the event as well. Okay, so once you have logged in, you will be taken straight to this room, which is our entrance hall. So all of our rooms are actually 360 degrees. So we start with the frontward facing view. And in order to move around, you can do that in a couple of ways. You can use your left and right arrows on your keyboard, or you can simply click and drag with your mouse. So the event itself will work best if you can use the Google Chrome browser, which is free to install, and we would recommend that you do that. So when you are scrolling around the room, you will notice different things. Most of these things you can click on and interact with. And sometimes it will bring up a larger picture, sometimes it will bring up some videos. We'll see examples of this as we go around. So if we have a look up here, you can see our upcoming events. This takes you to the upcoming events page on our website, and you can click in to view a little bit more information about any of these events. You'll also see that our staff are at the front desk here. If you have any technical issues throughout the event, this is a really good way to get some help quickly. So I'm going to start a live chat now with Jade, who is on the front desk. And the way I do that is to click on this grey speech bubble button next to her. So I'm going to click on the speech bubble. This is now going to ask for some of my information. So I've provided my name and some contact details, and then I've started off with my key question. So perhaps I didn't understand how to enter the networking event. I would put that information in and I would click Start Chat. Okay, so as you can see, I've now been messaged back by Jade, and she has let me know to enter that. Please click on the Enter button at the main hall. So that is where we're going to go after this. So I'm going to message her back. And I feel like that's answered my question. So I'm now going to go out of the chat, but if it did require further assistance, I can also make a voice call with them as well. I can also add files, so perhaps a print screen if necessary, to let them know that I have a bit more information. You can also see when the agent is typing to you, it tells you here that they are. So all I need to do to exit out of this conversation is just press on the X button. So as mentioned, I asked how to enter the networking event. So you will see that there are 4 entryways in the entrance hall. And the very first one that we're going to go to is the networking. And to enter that, we simply click on this green Enter button. This has now loaded up the event, and I can see that the event has started. So I'm able to click Enter Event. And this will then ask me for a little bit of information about myself, which I've already pre-filled in. This will be displayed when you enter the event and give people an idea of who you are. We'll be able to see a little bit more about that in a moment. So I'm just going to click Continue. The networking lounge has now loaded. And as you can see, there are a number of chairs and tables, and I'm able to take a seat at any of these. So obviously, there's only 2 of us in here at the moment to demonstrate for you, but there would probably be a number of people around all of these tables on the event. At the moment, I can see that the host is here, and I can hover over her picture to see some of that information that we inputted in when we first joined the event. So before we join the host at that table, I'm going to show you some of the functions on the side. So if we go to attendees, that will tells everybody that is in the room. And if I want to start a private chat with somebody, I can do so by clicking on this speech bubble icon. You will also see that there's a notification next to the chat icon on the right. So let's click on that. And as you can see, there's a live chat, which can be everybody that is in this room at the moment, and a direct chat, which is from Jade. So here is Jade, and she sent me a direct message, so nobody else can see this but me. And I can reply to her. And I'm going to ask if I can join her at her table. So that's what these things do on the side here. Okay, so we're going to join Jade at her table, and in order to do that, we just click take a seat, and what this will do is automatically start up a video call with whoever is on that table. So if there were 3 or 4 other people on that table, there would be 3 or 4 of us within the video call itself. If you did decide that you wanted to have more of a private one-to-one conversation with somebody on a table, you could suggest and say, let's both take a seat on table 6. And you would do that, and then you would just have a 2-person video call. But I'm going to join Jade, and there's only us 2 here. So I'm going to click on take a seat. Okay, so by default, it's put my video and my microphone on mute. So to unmute and to turn your video on, you just need to click on the video and microphone icon. And as you can see, Jade can see and hear us, and I can see Jade there. So we can also have a verbal chat within the room as well. So I'm going to click on table chat, and I can message everybody on the table here as well. This isn't a private chat like we just had with Jade. This will be visible to anybody on the table. If you decide that you want to leave the table, you can do so by clicking the Leave Table icon on the right. So we're done in the network lounge now and want to see some more of the event. So all I need to do is hit the X button, and we're back in the entrance hall. So a couple of the things I didn't show you in the entrance hall. On the left here, we have a floor plan exhibitor lookup. Clicking on the exhibitor lookup brings up a floor plan of our 2 exhibition halls with a list of the different exhibitors on the right. If I was to click on any of these links, it would take me directly to their stand. But I'm going to show you the exhibition hall in more detail, so we won't do that at the moment. But that is a good way to find somebody that you've come to visit specifically and quickly. On the opposite side of the hall, you'll see the timetable. We click on the green button, and this will now load the PDF document that we want to be able to view. So I'm going to click on the PDF document. While that's loading, I can choose to click on the green download button and download that directly to my computer so that I can see it easily. Or what I might like to do is put this into a full screen mode, which makes it a little bit easier to see. To toggle out of full screen mode, I just click on the arrows again. I can also zoom in. And also search for specific words, using the find icon. And I can print this out to reference it as well if I would like to. Okay, we're now going to have a look at the conference. Again, we click on the green enter button to enter the conference. You will see some of our speakers around the stage. If you want to find out more about one of our speakers, simply click on them and it will bring up their bio. When you want to join the conference, simply click on the big screen here. So now that I've clicked through to join the live Microsoft Teams meeting, if I don't have Microsoft Teams already, then I can click on Watch on the web instead, which will just ask for some basic information about me to join as a visitor. But because I already have the Teams app, I'm going to click Launch it now. So now here we are within the live event, and we can see what is coming up next on the screen. And this is one of our upcoming videos. So on the right hand side here is a live event Q&A. At the bottom you'll see a blue button that says Ask a Question. The speaker won't be able to hear your voice or see you, but you can submit questions in this way. I'm going to type in my name, but if I wanted to, I could click on the Post as Anonymous box. And I'm now going to ask a question. And I'm going to click Send. My questions can be seen here. At the moment, they're private because they haven't been shared with everybody by the speaker. When they are, they will appear in the Featured tab. And this will show everybody's questions that are being answered at the moment. But for now, this is a private question because it hasn't been shared by the speaker. As you can see, the conference content has now begun and the video is playing. You can't hear the sound at the moment on this screen recording, but you will be able to at the event. When the speaker's pre-recorded presentation is finished, the speaker will become live with the host and they will take questions. And as you can see, I've just had an answer from the moderator. The next talk will be at 2 p.m. When I'm ready to leave, perhaps I would like to do something in the meantime, I can then click Leave. The Teams event will probably have been opened in a new tab. So you will need to click X on that and go back to your Google Chrome window that has the event inside. Now we want to go back to the entrance hall. So we're going to turn around and look behind us and click on the button above the door. This has taken us back to the main entrance. I'm now going to explore the workshop space. So once again, we click on the green Enter button. Now here we are in the workshop space. The workshop space is run by Kay James from OT for Independence, and she's given us 5 bite-sized video workshops. You can see these scattered around the room. If you would like to find out a bit more about a workshop, simply click on the text that says Workshop 1. This will bring up some information about the speaker and the topic of the video. If I decided I wanted to watch that, I would click on the X button and click on the image itself. This has now loaded the YouTube video, so I just click on the red play button. This will play the title card again, and then go into the actual video demonstration. When I'm done with that workshop, I can click on the X button. I can then choose to click on any of the other 5 workshops that we have here. And that all works in exactly the same way by clicking to find out more and then clicking on the actual image itself to play the video. You will also have seen on the screen at the front here that there will be 2 live Q&As with Kay James. If you want to join at 11, click on this area of the screen, and if you want to join at 2:30, click on this other area of the screen. This will work very much the same way as the conference does. You will also see associated product suppliers. These are some of our exhibitors and suppliers that have featured products within these workshops. If you want to find out a little bit more, you can click on either logo to be taken directly to their stand. But I'm going to show you a little bit more of the entrance hall. So rather than go directly there, let's go through the entrance hall first. We're going to click on main entrance. We're going to turn back round to the front and we're going to go through our final entryway, which is the exhibition entryway, by clicking on the green enter button. This gives us an overview of the two different halls that we have and stands that are within them. This has now taken me to that entrance hall, and I navigate this the same as I would anything else. We're going to have a look at stand A3, which is Ladbrokes, our event sponsors. You will see that each of these stands have a preview video that will tell you a little bit about what that stand has to offer. You can also click on the speaker here to play a little bit of an introduction from the stand holders themselves, explaining what you might find on that stand. If I decide that I want to visit this stand, I click on the door button to enter the stand. Now here I am on Ladbrokes stand. To be able to see what I'm doing a little bit better, I'm going to minimise this taskbar at the bottom, and I'm going to go into full screen mode by clicking on the 4 arrows on the right hand side. This gives us a much better view. So visually, we can see all of the products that they have chosen to feature. Clicking on the picture of the product itself, this has brought up a video associated with that product. By clicking on the magnifying glass next to any product, you'll bring up a product page. This page gives me information such as the name of the product, a gallery, testimonials, relevant downloads, product overviews, product videos, and technical specifications. When you're on a stand, you may also want to zoom in. You can do so by scrolling on your mouse, by using the scroll button up and down to scroll in and out. On a number of stands, you will see these brochures. To see the brochures within, just click on the brochure stand. This works in the same way as downloading the timetables earlier. The controls are the same as before. We can download this content and we can zoom in and out. Many stands will have a virtual assistant. Next to them will be a speech bubble. This works in exactly the same way as the technical support did on the front desk earlier. You'll find other buttons around the stand, such as links to relevant social media. And also you'll see here, some stands will have a live presentation. When it is 2 p.m, I can click on this Join 2 p.m. button to be taken to a link. This will be either a Zoom link, a Microsoft Teams link, something like that, and will work exactly the same way as the conference did and the live Q&A in the workshop room. When I want to exit a stand, I just look for this red exit stand button, which will be somewhere on all of these stands. This has now taken me back to the exhibition hall. We really hope that you enjoy the event, and if you do need some technical assistance from us, we will be in the main entrance hall via live chat, and we have also put the contact details in your interactive show guide for you to click on the link easily and get your access to some help. We really hope that you enjoy the event. There's a lot to see, and don't forget that the event is live for 30 days, so make sure you visit all of our exhibitors and get that CPD certification.